What the hell's going on, people? This is Periodic, and you see the title of the video. We are jumping back into Dragonball Z Dokkan Battle in order to answer the age-old question: should you spend stones or skip the LR Tapion and Minosha banner?
I shut it down wherever power is stored. Being real is in the past, watching cowards get on. It ain't kill me, so it's making me stronger. And these bite-sized rappers now sensing my home.
So let's take a quick peek at this legendary banner that has a hell of a lot of featured cards on it. As per usual, it is a legendary banner, so it's 12 featured cards. It's quite a lot. And obviously it brings down the potential of pulling LR Tapion and Minosha quite a bit, because you're fighting over, if you get a featured animation, you're fighting with 11 other cards and pulling the one unit that you want. So it is a bit tricky. Now, in terms of who's actually on this banner, nowadays, it's hard to make fun of legendary banners as much as we used to because of Extreme Z Awakenings, right? Extreme Z Awakenings and certain just normal Dokkan Awakenings have made some older units so much stronger than what they used to be. And we're going to go through all 12 characters and just give you a quick, 30-second, 40-second rundown on what they do and if they're actually worth it. So, number one, legendary banners give you gold coins. There's a lot of great legendary banner units that you can use with those gold coins, so that's one consideration, right? But we have to go off of the strength of the actual characters on the banner, so let's start off with this physical Kid Trunks, who actually has an Extreme Z Awakening. Now, this Kid Trunks, as long as he's next to a Goten, a Kid Goten, a Krillin, or Android 18, he is amazing, right? Anybody that stacks their attack and defense for 6 turns, that's really, really solid. And then he just starts at 100% attack and defense, an additional 100% attack when he supers. So in case you're wondering, that's calculated separately. So he actually gets 336% attack. And then, not to mention, 18% crit, 18% damage reduction, and all allies receive 18% attack and defense as long as Goten, Krillin, or Android 18 are next to him. So very, very powerful Extreme Z Awakening made what was a crappy card into an absolutely fantastic one. If we move along, talking about Awakenings that turn really crappy cards into amazing ones, you have this Demigra. 30% chance to stun. Was it 30 or more? 30% chance to stun, 120% attack and defense, an additional 60% attack and defense when all allies attacking in that turn are extreme, which should be easy. And then he's got a 50% chance of stunning the enemy for 1 turn. And then if you drop below 60% HP, you can potentially turn into this giant final form Demigra. Destructive damage, 10% chance. Is it 10% chance, I believe? 20% chance to stun, and then he gives himself 1 key. So this guy used to be absolutely basura, and now he's a very, very good crossover, slash Xenoverse kind of boss, right? Very, very good. Let's keep it pushing. And we talked about that Kid Goten. This is the Trunks equivalent of him. So this guy raises allies attack by 30% for 1 turn. So you want him to attack first. And then he gives himself 120% attack, 40% damage reduction, plus an additional 70% attack, and an additional 30% damage reduction when you do a super attack alongside a Kid Goten or Krillin. So that's very, very powerful. 70% damage reduction. And then again, attack is calculated separately. So 274% attack, 70% damage reduction, raises allies attack by 30%. Woo, that is very powerful. Tech Tapion still does not have an Extreme Z Awakening. He will in the future, like the AGL Tapion got, which made him pretty darn good. But at the moment, he's still kind of weak. So lowers attack, 80% attack and defense, 30% chance to crit, changes strength orbs to rainbow orbs. Okay, but undertuned, if that makes sense. He's a little undertuned. And then obviously his links are really just for Tapion. So for whatever reason you don't want to bring the EZA AGL Tapion, or you don't have him, then this is the guy you want to switch it up with. Next up, the AGL Tapion that I was talking about. So we're actually going to get this EZA and for global. And it's pretty good, right? 160% attack and defense and HP for giant form, which is not bad. And then everyone gets an extra giant form, what's the word? Where they can only do it once, or some units can only do it twice where they can turn giant form. This dude gives them an extra ability to, an extra turn, if that makes sense. So lowers attack and defense, which is great. 120% attack and defense, 50% damage reduction, which is awesome. And then gives himself an additional 80% attack when you drop below 50% HP. So pretty darn good. And then, of course, when he goes into his Hirudegarn form, dodges all attacks, which is crazy. Greatly raises attack on the super attack and causes destructive damage and lowers defense. So overall, a very, very good package, in my opinion. If we keep going, you have this AGL West Supreme Kai, who, again, fantastic unit once she got her awakening. Greatly raises attack and defense on that one turn, so 50% increase when she's super attacking. 100% attack and defense, guards all attacks if she gets hit first, and then she also gives Realm of God characters 10% crit and 40% attack and defense. Now, the only problem I have with her is that she doesn't give key on her passive, but honestly, it's not that huge of a deal. Battlefield Diva, 3 key, Innocence, Courage, 2 key, Shocking Speed, Godly Power, Supreme Justice, and Fierce Battle. So like, Shocking Speed, you know, you're going to get the 2 key there with pretty much everybody. Battlefield Diva and Courage are going to be a little bit harder to get, but that's still a fat support buff to forego. Let's keep going along. Demon King Piccolo, he's good, but the problem is that there's not enough units. There's not enough units from this era, right? This Dragon Ball, end of Dragon Ball, beginning of Dragon Ball Z type characters, whether you're talking about Goku Piccolo Raditz, whether you're talking about like World Tournament Tien, Demon King Piccolo, Piccolo Jr., those characters don't really show up that often in this game. You have just a very small amount. I mean, even if we take a look at DB Saga, right? If we scroll down to DB Saga, there's that, right? There's a few LRs, but funny enough, they're all free-to-play LRs. Literally all 4 of these are free-to-play LRs. And then look at the category. Like, that's just not enough, man. Look, this category is tiny for Dragon Ball Saga, which had hundreds of episodes, multiple movies, and you're telling me this is all you can fit in? That doesn't make any sense. So they really need to step on that. But besides that, this guy's good. Greatly lowers attack, so that's a 50% or a 30% decrease for 3 turns. Gives himself 100% defense, 3 key, and 200% attack for 5 turns. And then after the 5 turns finishes, he sits at 2 key, 120% attack. So that's still a ridiculous amount because he's at 200% attack, 100% defense. And then after that, he's at 120% attack, 100% defense. That's still really, really good. Let's keep going. Physical Trunks, another character who is very powerful, came out alongside... Who the hell did he come out with? The Physical Trunks. Let me know in the comments below. Who did this Physical Trunks? Because I know he was the banner unit, but obviously he wasn't the Dokkan-Fest. Massively raises attack for 1 turn. 100% increase, but sacrifices 5% HP, which to me doesn't make any sense, but whatever. 100% attack and defense, an additional 100% attack, but he lowers his defense by 50% when performing a super attack. And he's got a chance of performing a crit 7% with each attack received, up to 35%. Honestly, this guy does ridiculous amounts of damage, but you just don't want him to get hit because he barely has any defense, especially after he super attacks. And I'm not a huge fan of how they tied the crit mechanic to him receiving attacks because you don't want him to receive attacks. But, you know, it is what it is. And as you can see right here, he goes up to 300% attack when he's supering. So he gets very, very strong. This Trunks, I would say, is probably the better Trunks out of the 2. Greatly raises attack and defense, 50% increase, but it's only Supreme, unfortunately. 100% attack and defense, 3 key, and an additional 70% attack and defense when there's a future Gohan on the team, plus 6 key and guaranteed crit when he's facing androids, plus an additional 70% attack when facing Cell. So this dude is very, very niche towards Cell/Android Saga enemies, but damn, does he destroy them. Like, he's kind of like AGL Bardock, right? Where you're facing Wicked Bloodline characters, he's going to obliterate them. Strength Cooler, you're facing Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans, he's gonna just just plow right through them. It's ridiculous. AGL Trunks is also on this banner, and talk about a dude that just nukes. This dude's pretty crazy. 50% increase on attack and defense on the super, 100% attack and defense, 3 key, an additional 100% when you have a Super Saiyan Blue Goku on the team, plus an additional 100% attack when you're facing Future Saga enemy, plus an additional 3 key and 100% attack when facing Zamasu's and Goku Blacks. And oh, by the way, you guarantee crit. So there's not a ton of Zamasu's and Goku Blacks in the game. There's a decent amount, but it's not like flooded like Goku, right? Or Vegeta. But there's still a decent amount, so you may be able to get this passive off. And the good thing is Zamasu and Goku Black are both in Future Saga, so if you fulfill this condition, you're going to fulfill this condition. Now, the active skill is wild. Our minds were blown when we first found out about it. Raises attack by 628%. That's crazy. That is crazy. For the turn, all attacks become crit and stuns the attacked enemy, but he reduces his defense in half, which is like, all right, who cares? But what is crazy is it can be activated when all you have to have is a Future Teen Trunks, or a Future Trunks, or a Future Mai, which on a team where Trunks and Mai are on, you're probably going to have a Future Teen Trunks or a Future Trunks. Like, that's just a no-brainer, right? Second to last here is the Zangia. I'll tell you right now, she's not really worth it. They kind of did her dirty. They put her in the same position that they put Thouser in, or Salsa if you play the JP version. Because check out what she does, right? Lowers attack and defense, fair enough. A 30% attack and defense per Space Traveling Warriors. So you're going to want Space Traveling Warriors on her team. Launches an additional attack that has a 30% chance of becoming a super attack when there's an ally named Bojack attacking in the same turn. Attacked enemies lose 20% attack and defense, recovers 10% HP at the start of turn. All of that is fire, right? All of that is fire. So here's my problem with her. You want her in the same turn as Bojack, right? You want her in the same turn as Bojack. But Bojack has a much better linking partner already. Bojack has this man who is full power Bojack, and they share pretty much every link except for legendary power. So she gets left out to dry, unless if they make another Bojack or they add, Gokua or what is it, Beto, I think his name is, and whoever the hell the other dude is. Like, if they start adding those characters in with these links, because the links aren't bad. She has Heraclan, which is broken, right? 2 key, 5% attack, and 5% crit. She's got Galactic Warriors, which is 2 key, 20% attack and defense. Fierce Battle, 20% attack. And then she's also got Shocking Speed, which actually I don't think they really share. But Revival, they all share. 2 key, 5% attack and defense. And then when you drop below 50% HP, you gain 5% recovery. So that's really good. So those 4 links themselves are strong, but I mean, would you put her next to Bojack over LR Bojack? Hell no. So it's like, what's the point? I mean, I guess if you don't have LR Bojack, then yeah, put her next to Strength Bojack 100%, but it is what it is. Anyway, let's take a look at the reason why we're here. LR Tapion and Minotia. Let's just go over what he does very quick. He is a storied figures or siblings bond, 3 key, HP attack and defense 150%. By the way, I hate this storied figures name. I think it should be Warriors of Legend, but it is what it is. Anyway, 12 key, colossal damage, lowers attack and defense. 18 key, greatly raises attack, so 50% increase on the attack. Mega colossal damage, massively lowers defense, so that's an 80% debuff on the enemy. Passive skill, 130% attack and defense. Storied figures gain 2 key, attack and defense 20%. Siblings bond gain 2 key, attack and defense 20%. 30% chance of launching an additional super attack when you do an ultra. So you have to do an ultra super attack, and then you gain a 30% chance to do another 12 key super attack. And then 13% damage reduction every time you do a super attack. So if you do 2 super attacks, you're going to be at 26% damage reduction. If you do 3 super attacks, you're going to be at 39% damage reduction. That is nothing to hang your hat on, but it's a nice inclusion. It's, again, I will say this. It's not enough to be like, all right, this 13% or this 26% damage reduction is going to save me, but it is nice to have, all right? Also has an active skill. The active skill can be activated if you have a Storied Figures or Siblings Bond ally on the same team and 4 turns have passed. I'll tell you this right now, Siblings Bond is his best category, and you're almost always going to run him on that squad. So this is going to be such an easy active skill to do. Removes all allies' negative effects. So if you're sealed, if you're stunned, if you have your defense lowered, if you have your attack lowered, doesn't matter. All allies gain 3 ki and 20% attack and defense for 2 turns. So it's essentially a stronger version of Bardock and Gine's active skill that works for 2 turns, right? So that's really, really, really good in my opinion. Really strong. I'm a huge fan of that. And then his links: Hero, Experienced Fighters, Brainiac, Cold Judgment, Solid Support, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I'm going to keep it a buck. The links suck, but he does have... he's kind of like Bojack in that way, you know, since I talked about him earlier, this LR Bojack, where these links suck because he's really just going to link up... like, I want to say they suck because some extreme characters might have big bad bosses, Thirst for Conquest, Shattering the Limit, Legendary Power, right? You might just find a few other characters with those 4 links, but for the most part, he needs to link up with the Strength Bojack. Like, that's his best friend. This guy's best friend is going to be, for now, AGL, EZA, Tapion. Like, that's just going to be his best friend. You have to run them together, and they're going to do very, very good things until they EZA tech Tapion and all that stuff. But anyway, so taking a look at this banner, I don't believe they're going to change it at all. I think it's going to stay exactly as it looks now. And so you have to ask yourself, should you spend stones or skip on the LR Tapion and Minosha banner? Skip. What are you even watching this? Why did you watch this at the end? I mean, the answer is clear as day. Skip. What the hell? What are you thinking? Are you insane right now? You skip. LR Tapion and Minosha are fantastic. They're very, very good. But you know who else is very, very good? This man here. This guy here is very, very good. All right? I'd say he's the best. And he is literally weeks away from coming out on a much better banner that gives you way more bang for your buck. 3+1s, discounted summons, all that stuff. Multiple LRs on that banner. Come on now, featured. Save your stones. Hold on. Stay strong. This is the save stone safe zone. Don't spend a penny until the 6-year anniversary. And if you want to watch all those summons on this channel, you gotta follow along. You can click that blue join button, become a Boomer champion like Joe V and Wolverine Gaming, or do it the free-to-play way. Gently rub that sub button, gingerly ring that bell button, lovingly kiss the like button. As always, this is Periodic. See y'all in the next video.